What is up, guys? Insano James back with another video. I want to talk about the rumors and hints that we've been seeing on Twitter, and there's been a few videos that's been out there talking about a Metal Gear Solid 6, and if you're a huge fan of Metal Gear Solid like I am, a few years back there was going to be a Metal Gear Solid remake of the first one that was on the PS1, and Unreal Engine was going to do this. They got the okay from KONAMI at first. It said as long as you don't make most of the money, or they were going to let them get a certain percentage of the money. They said that's fine as long as we're able to make it, because we're huge fans of the game. They wanted to remake the game, and when they started going into production with this, they made a trailer for it, and they had a video of it where you were able to look at each part of the entire game, of each area in the game, where you're able to read certain lines from the game, and it would have the name of each actor, voice actor, and pictures on the walls. It was like a little where you could scroll through it, but you weren't able to play the game, so that was very disappointing. But if you see the trailer for the game, it was magnificent. I mean, the graphics were beautiful, and I really wish Unreal Engine was able to proceed with this and get it in production as they were, and Konami shutting that shit down, and I have no idea why. I was assuming that they did because maybe Konami wanted to do it themselves, but no word on that. We haven't heard anything else. It's been about 2-3 years now since that happened. Probably about 2 years. So, but then we get a trailer on YouTube on here, and we see Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater remade. Graphics remade, everything, same dialogue, same voice actors. They just redid the entire game itself. Same mechanics, but it's not for consoles. It's for a fucking pachinko machine, excuse my French. And no, we are not getting it for the consoles, obviously, or we would have got it by now. But if you see the trailer for that one and the trailer for the Metal Gear Solid 1, you'd be as pissed off as I am right now. And seeing what we got last was fucking sorry, there I go again. Metal Gear Survive was one of the worst trailers and games of last year. I fucking hated it. I don't even give a shit anymore. I hated it. It was garbage. It was an abomination for the franchise of Metal Gear Solid. It was a paste. It was a copy and paste from Metal Gear Solid 5. And hell, let's put zombies, excuse me, on the maps of Metal Gear Solid 5, and you make your own character for the game, which is always fun, and crafting and all that, that's always fun. But this was a horrible, and I don't need to tell half of you people that are watching this video. If you're a fan of Metal Gear Solid, then you know how bad that game was. Even if you didn't buy it and you've seen reviews or seen gameplay footage of it, you know it's shit. So that pretty much was the last straw for Konami, for the fans. We fucking hate their guts. But if they can redeem themselves and revamp and put Metal Gear Solid 3 on the consoles, maybe on the PS5 or the PS4, depending. But I really wanted to see Metal Gear Solid 1 from the PlayStation, from the first PlayStation. I mean, how many remakes are we getting that were on the PS1? We got Crash Bandicoot. Well, Shadow Claw, that was on the PS2, but we got Resident Evil 2. We got hell, we got Final Fantasy I'm not a huge fan. I don't remember which one it is, but it's the one with where you play as Cloud, and it looks amazing. I'm probably gonna play it, but anyway, you know, in Medieval, which I never did play. I mean, I've seen it back when it was on the PS1, and they remade that for the PS4. So, you know, it's becoming a huge thing now that they're remaking games that were so loved back on the PS1 and the PS2. Even on the PS3, we got God of War 3 remade for the PS4. So I don't see why Konami can't get their shit together and take a fucking hint and redo Metal Gear Solid, or one of the earlier days, you know, 1, 2, or 3. I mean, what's the problem here? At least give us an HD. At least give us the ones you put on on the PS3. We got Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. We got Peace Walker. We got Snake Eater. Metal Gear Solid 3 remade, or you know, HD edition for the PS3. I mean, I think you can go and pay for it on PlayStation Now and play it, but honestly, I don't see why they can't make it available to just buy and keep it in your library, or buy it at the store at GameStop or Walmart. You know, I just don't see what the hell they're doing. You know, and it's just, no. Let's concentrate on pachinko machines. Really? Let's put Metal Gear Solid 3 on a pachinko machine. I thought you guys were game developers, not, you know, let's make money off of gambling machines. Really? What the hell's wrong with you? No, I'm talking to Konami now. What's wrong with you? Have you done lost your mind? Why don't you give the fans what we are fucking asking for? I mean, do you love being hated? I mean, it's like a big fuck you to us, you know, to the fans, to the people who bought your games through over 30 years. I mean, Jesus Christ, guys. Get your shit together and fucking do something. No, but no, you throw us Metal Gear Survive. Really? And half of the people who are fans of Metal Gear Solid probably bought it. Maybe not all of them, but some of them will, you know, I'd say it's half and half. There's probably more people who have a love for the franchise probably didn't buy it, and then there's a small percentage of people who loved it as well, probably bought the game. That's just off the top of my head. So, you know, I don't see why they can't do this. You know, like I said, you know, Unreal Engine was gonna do Metal Gear Solid 1 from the PS1, so and they shut that shit down, and I assumed that they were going to end up doing it. Maybe they are still in the works. Maybe that's why we're getting hints, and maybe, you know, there possibly is going to be a remake or a Metal Gear Solid 6. Hoping, you know. And here's another thing, you know, they, you know, like everyone knows, Hideo Kojima got fired. He went to Sony. He's doing Death Stranding, and I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, and Norman Reedus is in it, and I will be buying that shit as soon as it. Oh hell, I'm probably gonna pre-order it. So yeah, even though that Hideo Kojima will not be a part of this, if they do another game, I'm gonna give them a chance if they can deliver us another game, because not everyone who, not just Hideo Kojima worked on those Metal Gear games. It was the staff who worked there, you know. I mean, and not to mention we got Left Alive. If any of y'all played that or seen the trailer or gameplay for it, I bought it. It was some of the people who did work for Konami, and they went and they worked on this game. I cannot remember what company it was that they went. But anyway, they tried to make a new Metal Gear game. It was called Left Alive. It had It had big Metal Gear mechs, big. I mean, they looked exactly like the Metal Gear Rex, and then they tried to make it a stealth game, and they delivered it poorly. I mean, they tried their best, and they worked with what they had, and it didn't deliver.
All right, we'll bring him out.
It's sad to see that. Hopefully, I don't want to see the Metal Gear franchise die off with Metal Gear Survive. I mean, that's gonna be. But let me know in the comments below, guys. What do you want to see? Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear 3, the HD edition of what they put on the PS3. All three of those games. I would really like to see the first one redone, though. That needs to be done. I'm sorry. I'm gonna throw it out there. It needs to be. At all the other ones, that's what needs to be remade. But I'm in the video here, guys. I got that off my chest. I'm still a little pissed off, but I'm into here. This is Insano James. I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.